How to play like Yoichi Isagi. I was born offside, but I always scored. Off the ball movement is key. Look for space, holes in the defense, make runs to create chances, always be 2 steps ahead. Pretty valid so far. Metavision is your best friend. Constantly read the field, opponents, teammates to predict plays. Fast link-ups, calculated plays, smart decisions. Metavision I agree with, but to the extent of how you use it really depends on you. Because not all Metavision or Metavision users are made the same. Isagi arguably, if not consistently, has some of the best Metavision we've ever seen in Blue Lock. That's not glazed, that's just literally how it is. The way he utilizes it, on top of his adaptability, is the perfect way of how you're supposed to use Metavision, like at its absolute peak. Something a lot of these players haven't done yet, mainly because they just can't adapt or they choose not to. Or at least to the exact same extent that Isagi can, because I don't know of anybody else who can adapt the way he can, let alone use adaptation. Every opponent is different. Isagi adjusts his styles to beat theirs. Yeah, I can see that. Isagi learns from success and failure. He doesn't just copy others, he improves on their strengths. And I'm just saying, if Rayo had that kind of capability, dude would be the most overpowered player in Blue Lock. All he needs to do is adapt, if he ever knew how to. Dude can already copy, but by God, he'd be a powerhouse. I believe at its very core, Isagi is the kind of player every single person wants to be. Being able to adapt as quick as he can to evolve and win, that's something that a lot of players refuse to do because their ego doesn't allow them to. But how do you counter that if your ego is to adapt, evolve, and win? Breaking yourself down to build yourself back up. That is what your ego is. How can you deal with that? How can you adapt to somebody that constantly keeps evolving and adapting to the thing that you're trying to adapt to, and even doing better than that? It's impossible. Clinical finishing. Aim before shooting, always strike with power, technique, and precision. Train both feet. Become ambidextrous. I believe actually this is Isagi's biggest weakness. If he's able to adapt as fast as he can, I feel like the ability to be able to adapt in order to shoot should come along with that. Understandably, he thinks it through and does all that, but I feel like if he's able to not think about it and just do it, we may be getting somewhere. And personally, that's why I think he just revolves on direct shots. And him not thinking about it and just doing it was the result of the 2-gun volley. If he's able to adapt that into more things related to his shooting power, homie, this will be the most overpowered player you've ever seen. While he may not have the strength, he definitely has the technique and damn near everything else in order to justify.